Oh, would you look
Oh,
at that?
would you look at that chicken
chaser? Hello and welcome back to another video. Come with me as we go across Albion and the world of Fable as we discuss, is this new Fable cooked? Well, since the last Fable release, no, not that one, no, not that one either. Okay, that one's good. That one's fine. Since this last release, I had really been hoping one of my favorite games of all time would be getting a new game to its series, like really tapping into the OG roots of the first two. Time has passed, and now we have a trailer, some gameplay, and some details about this new release. I know I'm like a month late, but fuck it. Initially, I was super excited to hear this being announced and worked on. I got good first impressions, but as more information got released about the game, I slowly started to question if it would really be like the original at all, aside from the vibe of it. I'm gonna go into this with an open mind, and hopefully I can convince myself that this game isn't going to be cooked. So come kick some chickens with me as we dive into Fable. If you had the experience of getting to play the Fable games as they came out, there was a truly different kind of joy and vulgarity the game brought at that time. It is easily one of my favorite games of all time, so when I saw the news of a new adaptation to the game, I was fucking hyped. I mean, getting a new and shiny version of this game wasn't on my bucket list for life really, because I didn't think it would ever happen, but alas, it has presented itself to us. More curious about the game, I decided to check out some videos on it. The main one that caught my attention was by Fleekazoid. Super good video, go check it out after this video. But as I was watching, I started to panic as all of these things were being listed off at a rapid rate of all of the things wrong with the game. Maybe not wrong with the game, but I suppose not true to the OG series. So naturally, I wanted to do my own research and find out the real dirty, grimy facts about this new release. I came across the video of the gameplay overview, talking a lot about the features of the game and the content in the game. Going into this blind, I guess I didn't know that Lionhead Studio wasn't developing this new game. Come to find out, Playground Games is developing it. I thought this company would have at least one other title that wasn't Forza, but they don't. They have made 6 Forza games, and now they're just gonna make a Fable. I will give them the benefit of the doubt, because it's not like they have made an RPG that was mid. Who knows, maybe they are actually like crazy RPG developers at heart. I mean, look, I can't 100% say either. I haven't played any of the Forza games, but I can say that they look super pretty. And I have to say that the new Fable looks super pretty. This company seems like they can make a pretty good looking game, but where I struggle is the mechanics. Now, I don't play racing games, but I could probably make an educated guess to say a game like Fable is probably going to need a little bit more game functionality than a driving game. Not to say they aren't able to achieve that, and once again, we really have no evidence to make any further claims. It does seem like this dev team is fairly passionate about the game, and they do have quite a few callbacks to the OG game from what I've seen. That being said, it also seems like they are trying to make a polished, shiny, nicely packaged, and non-offensive Fable. I'm not saying the game has to be offensive, but I really feel like the cartoony charm of it seems to be gone from the game, which is one thing, but to remove body morphing is just wild. There are no physical changes to you, at least from what I've seen. You don't get fat, you don't get sick horns, this cool skin thing for magic. It almost feels like my choices in the game don't really matter. It just changes what the world thinks about you in their minds, nothing that you can tangibly see. Let's talk about the morality system. Something I was extremely excited to hear what they had added to it or interesting changes they had made. They actually removed things from the game, getting rid of the body morphing and visual aspect completely. So that means leaving no sick burning trail of footprints, having devilish skin, an angel halo floating above you, or even just sick ass horns coming out of your skull. Essentially, the main reason anyone picks to go full either good or bad because of the visual aspect, something you can only unlock through playing the game and making a good or bad decision. Almost like a trophy of being like, yes, this is what I committed to and now I'm a monster. It's something I just have to live with. Now instead, people just talk shit about you as you pass by. It's essentially just, oh, each person just thinks whatever they want, so not each one person thinks the same, which is exactly what they said. Like, this guy said morality is subjective. Like, okay, if I kill an entire town, I think everybody is probably not gonna like that. It's just like being like, oh yeah, they just kind of think whatever, so it doesn't really matter unless you're a real estate tycoon, because that seems to be the ham and cheese of this game. It seems like they are still kind of keeping the aspect of if you do a certain good thing or a certain bad thing, then you do have the ability to unlock items or quests you wouldn't be able to depending on which side you lean more towards. At least that is what I hope. If your choices really only affect house prices and tell you that this person thinks you're a twat, then I really don't see the point in putting much thought into them. Personally, I would usually base my player's whole vibe on which morality I decided to choose, the armor and weapons he would use, along with the vulgar or nice emotes. Choosing which path you were going to do really mattered all the way to the beginning. To me, it really seems like their main focus is everything interlinking to connect back to house and land prices. I know it kind of seems like I'm shitting on this game a lot without having much info on it, so let's go over the things that I think look good about this game. First and foremost, it looks like a very visually pleasing game. I know I said they took a lot away from the cartooniness, but I have to say they really killed it on just everything on how this game looks. I think adventuring this game is going to be pretty awesome, and I'm super excited that the world is open world. That's fucking wild. And also the addition of villagers having a active and daily life is just really going to be awesome. Having a more immersive world with villagers having a more fuller and active schedule makes the game feel so much more alive and interactive. Like, for example, if you were to steal from a merchant who is also in a theft ring with other thieves, then presumably he wouldn't care or maybe even ask you to join his ring of thieves. That may be very hopeful and a little bit wild, but I can dream, okay? I'm really hoping that they do something fucking crazy with this morality chart and all of that jazz, so we'll see. A lot of people are upset over the dog being gone from the game, but honestly, being replaced with a horse, I kinda fuck with that. Being able to travel around faster than on foot will be so useful. Of course I loved having the dog, but if we're talking terms of utility, the horses get my vote here. I mean, truly, I think this game looks pretty good. Sure, there's a lot of stuff that they're changing that bug the shit out of me, but they have the potential to make up for it by introducing new mechanics and depth to the game. Now, I can assume that you have to have something that is tracking your good or bad deeds, because they still have the Temple of Shadows, or I should say now Cult of Shadows, in this game, located in the city of Bloodstone. In previous games, if you weren't a certain level of evil, then you couldn't enter the temple, and even then, in 2, you had to complete a series of tasks at the door once you did to reach a level of evil, like eating a small little tiny baby alive chick. So that was fun. So I could only assume that you can join the gang and you would have to have some sort of renown level as a mercenary or something. That's assuming you can even join the gang at all. They very well could just be enemies, but I would really hope not. Something that I can't decide if I completely like or not is the combat. Now, from what I have seen, I think it looks pretty fluid for the most part, but there's definitely times where the models can look kind of stiff in combat. I feel I have seen mostly melee combat presented to me, so I feel as if a lot of what I'm basing it on is that. But switching between magic and other weapons looks pretty smooth, like you could hopefully create some bananas ass combos. I really feel like it's just something I'm gonna have to play and get used to it to really get the feel for it. Something I am a little bit bummed about is the removal of guns, but I do get it since it is believed to be set between the first and the second game. At least that's what's speculated on the internet, so who knows? Regardless, I do think the combat looks like a really good change. Let's face it though, I do have a handful of gripes with this game. Is it enough for me to not play this game or buy it? Definitely not, as my love for this game heavily outweighs the things that they have removed from this game. I'm extremely excited to play this game and see what it has to offer. So do I think the new Fable is absolutely cooked? Honestly, no. And I'm for sure gonna get it. In high hopes of this company not fumbling the ball, I want to say I have really high hopes for this game, as losing prostitutes, dogs, devil horns, and fat shaming is quite a shame. Hopefully it can be redeemed by homeless people, horses, houses, and Richard AOD? Whatever this new world brings us, whether you are getting this game or not, whatever you do, please have a good time, and I will see you in the next one.